Hey guys, Michael here with Hello Cupcake, it's me, and today is the Wednesday check-in. It is 12:23, just a couple of days before Christmas, and it's 10:20 or 10:45 in the morning. And look, guys, I'm using my big boy studio today, so hopefully the editing software won't chew this up and spit it out. um, so anyways, yeah, a lot of stuff happening in the last couple of days. In the Saturday check-in video, I told you guys that I had some car issues and that it threw a new error code and this, that, and the other thing and so on and so forth. So I've been really just stressing out about that. And I go to take it into the shop this morning and the error code's not showing on the dashboard and everything's back to good. So I don't know if this is a Christmas miracle or what, but I am saying thank you to all the gods new and old that it has at least subsided for now. But I do have another appointment kind of verbally scheduled with the dealership, saying that if the light comes back on, give us a call, bring it in, we'll hook it up, and then we'll go from there. And you know, with it only being 2 days before the holidays, I didn't expect much to get done. And he's like, well, you could leave it with us over the holidays. And I'm just like, yeah, no, that's not happening. I do need some sort of transportation, especially since my family lives in a town that's like 30 miles away. And I don't want to be the burden of having them come and pick me up, me go over there for like an hour or two, and then have to drive me home for them to drive back, and it just didn't seem fair. So I was even contemplating just not going over there for Christmas, and I was unanimously told that that was not a choice. So one way or another, that's going to get taken care of. I'm not worried about it. My sister's going to be coming by tomorrow to pick up the presents that I have and take them over so that she could put them under the tree. So I got to finish getting those all situated and putting name tags on them and all that other fun hoopla-doo. And yeah, so fun times had by some. And I know everyone right now is going through some kind of holiday hoopla, even if you're not Christian or whatever else. I know that this time of year is hard for people, and I want you to know that even though your inner demons may be telling you that you're not worth it or that no one cares or whatever else, it's not that at all. Do not listen to those. You are not allowed to quit. If I'm not allowed to quit, you're not allowed to quit. Reach out to your friends and family, and just let them know, hey, I'm not doing well right now. Can I come over for a cup of coffee, or can we just talk for a few minutes on the phone or something like that? The other thing, like this morning, I got up and I turned on the music and I just started dancing around. One of my favorite songs is Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers, and it's that Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone, that song. So I just told my Amazon Echo to play that through the whole house and play music by Bill Withers. And so I was just dancing along, singing, enjoying myself. Then I came out here to my living room and I know I don't talk much about spirituality and stuff like that. I'm not going to turn this channel into a spiritual channel or anything like that. But I've started doing morning meditations. And during this morning's meditations, I was just really happy, kind of goofy and upbeat. And I listened to a couple of other YouTubers that have really good meditative music. And so as it was going, I was smiling with my heart, smiling like on my face, and just kind of feeling the groove and just thinking about all the good positive things that I want to come into my life and so on and so forth. And since I've started doing that in the morning, and I try to do it at night right before I go to bed also, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. That's not to say that my depression is completely gone. Today we actually have some sun for the first time in I think actually the first time in a week or so. But yeah, so I don't know if you also know about the whole Christmas star and the convergence and all that other stuff that happened on the 21st, and that there was like this galactic meditation that was taking place. I may have said something about it in my Saturday video, but anyways, so on Monday the 21st, I took part in that meditation and meditated for a full hour and a half, and felt like just incredible afterwards. I don't know if it was like psychosomatic or if it was spiritual or whatever. Either way, I felt really, really good afterwards. So, on the way home from the dealership this morning, I just kind of talked it out. I just took everything that I was feeling right there in that moment and put it out into the universe, and just said, I'm thankful for this. I am blessed for this. I am blessed for that. I am blessed because of this situation. I am blessed because of that situation. And I'm blessed for my cat. I'm blessed for the finances that I have. I'm blessed for the finances that I don't have. And I know that that's a really weird statement, that you're blessed for something that you don't have, because you got to try to maintain a balance in your life, and you got to be thankful for the positive as well as the negative, because you can't have one without the other. And if you look at the negative and you dissect it and you find the positive aspects of that negative, then is it really a negative situation? Yeah, it might suck. Yeah, it may inconvenience you, but is it a negative situation? So I'm trying to switch up the way that I think about things and trying to just do things a little bit differently. So as far as spirituality, that's as far as I'm going to go into it, because like I said, I don't want to turn this channel into a spiritual channel, but just kind of giving you guys some insight as to what's kind of going on in this messed up noggin of mine, and just trying to be kind of transparent with you guys, because that's what I'm... Really? She has to be over there like digging through the Christmas presents. So yeah, I've always tried to be transparent on this channel and let you guys know, right, wrong, or indifferent, how I feel about things. I've cried on this channel, I've laughed on this channel, I've done, everything in between on this channel. And so that's where I'm at right now, is I'm just trying to switch up what I think and trying to follow this whole life is what you make it, you manifest what you want kind of mentality. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like in the background, just off camera, I have a couple of candles lit, and right before starting this, I actually had some good classical violin music playing, because I love the violin, and I truthfully believe that if I ever picked up a violin and spent more than 7 seconds with it, that I could possibly play it, but I've never been afforded the opportunity to, one, have a violin, and two, have access to a violin that was of somewhat good quality. Like, I've played around with kids' violins and stuff like that, and it just didn't have the same feel or the same um, connection with that. And so there was a few years ago that I found one on eBay that I was going to buy, and I let everyone else in my universe talk me out of doing so. They're like, why are you going to waste your money? You don't know how to play, blah, blah, blah. And so I fed into that negativity. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I could use that money elsewhere, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, it wasn't a good violin by any standards whatsoever, but it was like that kind of grade school intro to violin type style of violin. And I was comfortable spending the $40 for it. And like I said, I know that it's not a Stradivarius or whatever, that you wouldn't use it for the Philharmonics or what have you, but it was just something that I wanted, and I allowed people to talk me out of it. And since then, I haven't been able to find that same kind of deal or whatever. But I have always had this melody in my head that can only be played by a violin. I'm sure another string instrument could play it, but in my head it's a violin, and I've always wanted to try to recreate that. And I'm not musically inclined enough to compose music. I used to be able to write music, but I can compose music if it's already in a digital format. So like a digital DJ. Are like doing like Pitch Perfect type, where Anna Kendrick mixes songs together and mashes them together and overloops them and stuff like that. I could do that all day long, and I've actually done that back when I was really into techno and raves and stuff like that, way before I ever started this channel. And I still have some audio files and stuff, and DJ software that I could put together something like that, but it's just not where I'm at right now. So yeah, anyways, there's not really much to talk about today, health wise related, except for I have this strange pain in the bottom of my foot today, and I think it's because I kind of like stubbed the bottom of my foot on something yesterday, and like maybe the pain is just coming through today, or it could be part of the neuropathy in that foot. Who the frick knows? I do know that I have 2 doctor's appointments coming up in January, one with my primary care and another one with my diabetes doctor. I'm actually supposed to be taking a new medication, and one, I just don't have the money to go pick it up right now, and 2, I forget to pick it up when I do have the money. So I try to get all my medications right at the same time of the month, so then that way it's I don't have to wait for this medication to show up, and I don't have to wait for that medication to show up, and it's right around the time that I get my money for that month, and this, that, and the other thing. So pretty happy I'm happy with how I have it set up. And so for me, it's hard for me to pencil in, oh yeah, you got to go pick this up, and then because I picked it up on the 24th of this month, I won't be able to pick it up until the 24th of the following month, and will I have money on the 24th of that following month, and so on and so forth. So I may actually just go ahead and push my diabetic doctor back to February, and let him know that it's because I'm not going to be starting that medication until January, and then that way we'll have a full month's diagnosis and stuff with how that medication is working for me. I did get contacted by my insulin pump supplier, Tandem, yesterday, and sometime throughout the year I had wrote a tangent about what was going on with it and how disappointed I was with it and this, that, and the other thing. Honestly, I don't even remember writing this. Like, just vaguely remember writing it, but I don't remember what all I had put into it. And so, talked to them, told them some of the things that I could think of right off the top of my head, some of the features that I would like for them to implement. One of the things is there's an insertion point that sticks to your skin. And I have super oily skin, and during the summer months, my sweat and my natural oils, they negate that stickiness, and so I'm constantly having to change stuff out. And there's been sometimes when I've been on vacation down to California to go see my mom that I've ran out, and I've had to go to an endocrinologist or a diabetic specialist while I was down there and get them to give me a few extra pump supplies or whatever, because I didn't pack enough to bring with me, or I packed what I thought was enough to bring with me. So talk to them about that, and talk to them about some of the cording issues and like some of the bells and whistles that it has and doesn't have. So hopefully they take that into consideration, and we can go from there. And yeah, I think this is actually them calling through right now, but they can leave a message and I can call them back. So anyways, yeah, oh good gosh. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing that I wanted to kind of cover just in general is that $600 stimulus that was signed in. Actually, from what I understand today, Trump vetoed that and wants to cut all the bloat and bullshit away from it. This is something else that I try not to talk about on my channel, is politics. As you can probably already guess, you might know my political affiliation or the direction that I lean or what have you. That aside, though, this, I think it was like 5,593 page stimulus bill document, had all kinds of bloatware in there. There was money, $500 million to Israel so that they could arm themselves. There was a thing in there that you could receive up to 5 or 10 years of imprisonment for streaming illegal content, and there was no definition of what illegal content was. So the conspiracy side of my brain was like, okay, is that illegal content in like anything that the government deems legal, or is that like pirate tube sites where people take their information off their TiVos and upload it to a website or something? Or, you know, what was the definition of illegal streaming? So there was stuff like that. There was huge unnecessary bailouts and money scheduled for overseas companies and like the people who really needed the money weren't getting a fraction of what they should. This is one of the very few times that I will agree with Trump and say that no, the American people need the $2,000. We have it within our coffers to give us that kind of money. And I think I had read somewhere that we actually have enough money to give everyone at least $1,200 a month for the next 70 years. I think it's high time that we focus on our people. I know that the plight of the rest of the United States, or that the rest of the world is having, but when was the last time that we focused on ourselves? When was the last time that we did any type of aid work like we do foreign aid for all these other countries? When there are literal homeless in encampments like Skid Row in Los Angeles, like the homeless population here in Washington, like the homeless population in Portland, when there is so many people going without and so many Americans, working or not, that are struggling or have food insecurities or whatever else, we need to focus on ourselves. We need to put the bullshit of political indifferences behind us. We need to put the bullshit of religious differences behind us and just focus on being a good person. Because what's happening is we are being manipulated, and this is my personal opinion, so don't try to crucify me in the comment section or whatever, but this is my personal opinion, that we are directly being led in a way that is causing this cataclysmic split between people. It's rich versus poor, left versus right, blue versus red, this versus that. But in all reality, if the government was to collapse tomorrow, we the people need to be able to come together as a people and stand united and learn to work together. Otherwise, we are going to fail as a people. So that's all I'm going to say with that. I do hope that Trump finally comes through on this and signs the $2,000 for everyone, removes all that bloatware, and in 2021 we can talk about it again. I know that there's a lot of people that are pro-Trump. I know there's a lot of people who are pro-Biden, and I know there's a lot of people who are not for either one of them. Again, we need to put that aside and just look at ourselves as a people. Not for our corporations, not for big pharmacy, not for COVID, not for this, not for that, because there's always going to be some kind of new something that comes along and fouls things up for us. And that as long as we allow a wedge to be driven between us, we are never going to be able to advance as a people and find that happy medium. So anyways, guys, enough of my conspiracy theory, my philosophical talk, theologian talking, and all that other stuff. Regardless of what you think or what you celebrate, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed, and happy holiday, and I hope that you and yours are well received this holiday season. If you are able to travel, please stay safe, be kind and courteous to one another. Everyone is really stressed out this time of year. You don't know what's going on in their life. They don't know what's going on in yours. It takes nothing to be the bigger person and smile and step back if somebody is approaching you with negativity. Put blessings on them before you put cursings on them. And just try your best to be your best. And until then, I will talk to you all later. You know the drill. If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe. And put your comments, questions, and concerns in the comment section down below. You can follow me on hellocupcakeitsme.com, which is the blog to this YouTube site. And head on over to Facebook and join the Facebook group. You'll find all the links to my social media in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, thank you so very much. Be blessed and happy holidays.